Welcome to Tipton High School, home of the Blue Devils. And tonight it's the Lapel Bulldogs and the Tipton Blue Devils. Hi everybody, Howard Kellman along with Dave Nicholson. Well, the final game of the regular season, Dave, and for both these teams, a fresh start in the tournament.
Every team after tonight, or this week at least, starts 0-0. Brand new season, as you say, Howard. You look at these two teams on paper, and they're almost identical. Both teams have won 8 games during the regular season. Tipton averages 58 points a game. Lapel averages 58 points a game. Tipton gives up 62 points a game. Lapel gives up 63. Lapel turns it over 12 times a game. Tipton 13. Every stat you look at is absolutely even. So it should be a very interesting ball game, and expect a very close contest throughout.
And we'll be back with our scene setter. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. We welcome you back to Tipton High School, Lapel and Tipton. Our scene setter, Dave Nicholson. The key players will start with the visitors from Lapel.
For the Bulldogs, you have to start with number 40 at forward, Corbin Renahan. He's a 6'2 junior, averages 10 points a ball game for Lapel. And in the middle, number 52, Caden Ikes. He's a 6'5 senior. He averages 7 points a game for the Bulldogs. Keys to the game for Lapel: few turnovers. Battle the boards. They have trouble rebounding at times. They've got to check out and really go after the rebounds. And they must apply ball pressure, because Tipton has a couple of gunslingers that likes to shoot that three-point shot. They've got to close out on the ball. Let's look at the starters for Lapel. At guard, number 14, Cameron Sullivan. He's a 6-foot senior. At guard, number 24 or number 12. He wears both numbers at different times. Griffin Craig. He's a 5'11 junior. Third guard in the lineup, number 20, Landon Bear. He's a 6-foot junior. And at forward, number 40, Corbin Renahan, a 6'2 junior. And at 52 at center, Caden Ikes, a 6'5 senior. Now let's take a look at the Tipton Blue Devils. Record of 8 wins and 12 losses coming in. The leading scorer for them, number 4, Mylan Swan. He's a 6'1 senior, averages 16 points a ball game for the Blue Devils. And at forward, number 21, Nate Powell, 6'4 junior, averaging 13 points a game, and played extremely well when we had him a couple of weeks ago. Keys to the game for Tipton: play inside out. I think they have to go through Powell, let him handle the ball, then kick it back out to the Swan brothers to shoot the three. They must make some threes because they shoot them. And they must improve. They have an improved offense. According to Coach Hawkins, their offense has improved a great deal in the last month. We need to see that tonight from Tipton. Starters for the Tipton Blue Devils: at guard, number 3, Sam Edwards. He's all seniors, by the way. This is not their normal starting lineup, but Coach is rewarding the seniors on senior night and starting 5 seniors. At guard, number 3, Sam Edwards, 5'11 senior. At guard, number 4, Mylan Swan, a 6'1 senior. Number 5 at guard, Jace Edwards, Sam's brother. He's a 5'11 senior. And number 11 at forward, Drew Pierce, a 6'2 senior. And number 32 at forward, Quentin Sloan, a 6'3 senior.
Okay, that's our scene setter. The Bulldogs and the Blue Devils are next on the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. Tonight's first quarter is brought to you by Community Hospital Anderson. When muscle, joint, or back pain is keeping you down, lean on the team at Community Hospital Anderson. Caden Ikes at 6'5", and Drew Pierce at 6'2" will jump center. There are both men, and we're ready to go on the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40, our final regular season contest. And next week, we'll be televising the entire Carmel sectional. 2 games Tuesday, 2 games Friday, and a championship game Saturday. And the tip is controlled by Tipton. Let's check out in just a moment, Dave, the Lapel defense.
They're matching up man-to-man. Ikes actually got that tip, but he tipped it to a white shirt. So Tipton does have first possession. they'll run a motion offense and be patient to get a good shot. They do shoot the three and shoot it quite often.
Tell us about the motion offense.
You move, no set pattern. You don't go here, go there. On a set pattern, you go here and screen, you go here and cut. On an offense, you read the defense, and then you go react to the defense.
Bob Knight played it in Indiana all those years.
He's the one that brought the motion, and everybody went nuts over the motion because he had so much success with it. Now they've gone a little more back to penetration dribble, one-on-one, pick and roll like it used to be. But a lot of teams still use the motion. Both
teams missing their first shots. How about the Tipton defense?
Tipton's also man-to-man. Remember, they're starting an all-senior lineup today. They have people out there. They have 5 seniors on the ball club. So Coach Hawkins said, hey, I'm going to start all 5 of them. The 2 guys that normally don't start work just as hard in practice as the starters. It is their last regular season game, so it's a nice gesture on his part.
We still are scoreless. We've played almost a minute and a half.
A lot of emotion in tonight's game, being the last game of the season. I mentioned Tipton has 5 seniors. Lapel has 3s. For those 8 kids, it's kind of an emotional night.
At Andy Morkia, there's a fresh lineup. The Telluride, the K5 has replaced the Optima, and now the redesigned Sorrento. Andy Morkia and Avon, Joe Capitan, Jesse, and Lorraine. What a job Joe has done since becoming general manager a few years ago. Here's an off-balance one-hander that didn't go by Sam Edwards. At the other end, a running one-hander by Cameron Sullivan, the 6-foot senior.
Yeah, Cameron Sullivan averages 10 points a game. They have 2 guys that average in double figures. He and Renahan both average 10 for the Bulldogs.
We've played a little over 2 minutes. There's Mylan Swan. He's a really good player, number 4. Here's a long 3 by Swan. It's an air ball, and it's saved, though. And Lapel has it in the backcourt. Griffin Craig, number 24. Wore number 12 when we had Lapel earlier in the season. All the way to the hoop. And a battle inside. Did they count that?
They should.
I think they did.
I think Ikes was there and timed it perfectly to get the offensive rebounds. Here's the replay on it. There's this missed shot. There's Ikes going up with 2 hands, goes to the other side to protect the defensive player from blocking.
For the 3-point play, and he's got it. So Lapel is ahead 5-0, and we've played 2.5 minutes. There's a baseline off-balance shot by Swan. Out of bounds. For over 80 years, Total Seat Production has been in the growing business. Total Seat Production continues to expand and offer a wide variety of job opportunities for full-time and part-time positions. Join the team that makes a difference. Learn more at TotalSeatProduction.com. Lapel ball, and the Bulldogs are ahead 5-0 on the Indiana Members Credit Union scoreboard. The jumper didn't go by Sullivan, but they maintain possession.
There's
a long 3, and he's got it. Sullivan hits the 3. And he's a pretty good 3-point shooter, Dave.
Outstanding. He's hit now 35 out of 91 for 38%.
Oh, at the other end, a long 3 by Sam Edwards.
Was it?
Yep, it was number 3, Sam Edwards.
Thank you.
Edwards hit the 3. And those are the first 3 points of the game for Tipton. They were down 8-0. Oh, we're starting to see a lot of 3s, and Corbin Renahan hits that one.
He's 41% from the 3 line. As a team, Lapel shoots 35%, which is very good from the 3-point line.
You've often made the point, if you're above 33%, it's worth your while.
Right. You can do the math. Take 10 shots, you make 3 threes, that's 9 points. You have to hit 5 inside the line to get 10. So, yeah, good percentage. In fact, coaches get upset if you have 1 foot on that line. They say, why? You know, if you're going to shoot that long a shot, make sure it's a 3.
Griffin Craig to the hoop with a floater. Very nicely done. Timeout is called. We'll take it with him. We'll take a break. The first quarter brought to you by Community Hospital Anderson. Learn more at eatcommunity.com. Lapel ahead by 10. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. Back to first quarter action, brought to you by Community Hospital Anderson. Learn more at ecommunity.com. And we'll tell you, Encompass Credit Union proudly serves Tipton, Clinton, and Howard counties and strives to support the local community by sponsoring sports teams, local organizations, and school events. Check us out at encompassc-u.org. There's a long three by Bear, Landon Bear.
During that timeout, Howard, Coach Hawkins went back to his regular starters. He brought Nate Powell, number 21, in, and Nolan Swan, number 20, in, and immediately Powell gets the ball down low and goes to work. If you remember against Hamilton Heights when we had the game, he played an excellent ball game. He's pretty good down inside. There's a good look at Cliff Hawkins, 40 years in the coaching business.
The Floor Store in Tipton is the leading floor store serving Tipton, Howard, and Hamilton counties. Owned and operated by Stephen, Carolyn Swan, proud grandparents of Mylan and Nolan Swan, who play for the Blue Devils. If you have flooring needs, visit the Floor Store in Tipton, 1003 East Jefferson Street.
Little shot fake and medium range jump shot by Renahan. Bell's gone out to a nice lead.
Had a great first quarter.
15-5. That's the thing you worry about as a coach. You want to reward your seniors, and I talked to Coach Hawkins about that before the game. I always worried about it. Guys that aren't used to starting, you don't want to go out and get a big deficit, and that's exactly what has happened. Now, there's plenty of time for sure for Tipton to come back in the ballgame.
That pass is intercepted by Mylan Swan. Watch him now. Good shot from the free throw line, but he's short with it. And coming away with it is Cameron Sullivan. And here's a whistle. Academy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a proud sponsor of Tipton Athletics. Academy is your local auto dealer for sales and service and has more than 700 new and pre-owned vehicles. Service department open for maintenance and repair. Stop in today or visit online at academyjeep.com. When muscle, joint, or back pain is keeping you down, lean on the team at Community Hospital Anderson. Our licensed orthopedic physicians are experts in getting you back on your feet. Learn more at ecommunity.com.
Landon Baird drove the ball to the basket. He actually tried to pass back out. He should have put the shot up when the contact came, and it was a blocking foul on Tipton.
There's a foul in the act of shooting.
You only have a half a second to read that, but had he thrown it up the basket, he got two free ones. Here's a replay. Nice penetration with the left hand. That's Sam Edwards all the way to the basket. And he split the Lapel defense well.
For 44 years, BRS Mechanical has been your source for residential plumbing, HVAC, and engineering services. BRS Mechanical, proud to support and serve the Tipton community. Their focus is providing customers with superior service at a fair price.
Sam Edwards hits one out of the two free throws. Nice bounce pass.
Oh, in close, they didn't score. It's saved, though, and knocked out of bounds. Indiana Members Credit Union, a local full-service financial institution and a proud sponsor of WHMB TV 40 Sports. Our good friend, CEO Ron Collier.
Year in and year out, Indiana Members Credit Union is voted one of the best places to work in central Indiana, and that's a reflection on Ron's leadership as CEO.
He's been there many years. A minute and a half left in the quarter. Been a great quarter for Lapel, ahead 15-6.
Good ball movement. They need to reverse the ball some. They're staying on the right side of the court.
Awkward shot by Craig, a whistle underneath and a foul. Urban Air Adventure Park is open in Noblesville. Let the kids fly through the park on their Skyrider, take on their climbing walls, or reach new heights on their trampolines. Urban Air is more than a trampoline park. It's the ultimate indoor playground for the whole family. Go to urbanairnoblesville.com to reserve your spot today. Urban Air, let them fly. First quarter action at Tipton High School.
Two Swan brothers that play in the guard spots now. Mylan, the senior, number 4, and Nolan, the freshman, number 20.
That was a very nice move by Nate Powell, the 6'4" junior.
That's his second basket. He's only been in the ball game about a minute and a half.
Under a minute left in the quarter. And we're down to 35 seconds left in the quarter. He didn't look to shoot.
That time, Lapel did a nice job of moving the ball.
52.
Ikes with the layup.
Hayden Ikes, a 6'5" senior. Good ball movement.
I mentioned that before. They tuck the ball from one side of the court to the other, and you do that, you make the defense move all the way the court. If you keep the ball on one side, the defense can really clog it up for you because you're not making them move.
Here's a whistle. Check out Andy Moore Avon Nissan on US 36. 5 minutes from Avon High School. It's the #1 Nissan dealership in the greater Indianapolis area. Pat Hurst, Aaron Richardson, Nick and Mike, and the great crew at Andy Moore Avon Nissan. Will doing a great job. The new service manager there, too, Will Whitley.
Got to get a shot up, and that's Swan.
It's an air ball, and that's going to end the first quarter. It's a terrific one for Lapel. Lapel 17, Tipton 7. This quarter has been brought to you by Community Hospital Anderson. Our licensed orthopedic physicians are experts in getting you back on your feet. And now let's go to Coach Iso for the IU Basketball Minute Roundup. Tonight's second quarter brought to you by Encompass Credit Union. Visit us online at encompasscu.org. Community-minded, just like you. All right, the second quarter. Dave, your impressions of period one.
Really a nice quarter for the Lapel Bulldogs. They had 4 different players score, and 3 players scored 5 points apiece. That would be Sullivan, Renahan, and Ikes. So good balance, and Tipton still trying to catch up. They dug themselves an early hole. Time to do it. There's a guy that's really come off the bench, but he's normally a starter. He let the seniors start tonight. Powell, he has 6 points. He's only been in the game about 4 minutes.
Nate Powell, the recipient of that fine pass. At the other end, Griffin Craig had missed a layup. Opening moment, period 2. On the Indiana Members Credit Union scoreboard, Lapel by 7.
Don't want to pick the ball up in that blue paint. You want to keep your dribble going or pass before you pick it up. Nice steal.
Steal. Aiden Tollett grabbed the rebound, but the steal in the basket by Griffin Craig. That's a big play.
It's just being alert. It's a little bit of Tipton falling asleep. There's no reason to allow a pass in the backcourt. There's only 3 people back there, you and your teammate and 1 defender.
He might have stepped on the end line there. Our thanks to the Tipton Pizza King for feeding our crew tonight and for their support of high school basketball on the TV 40 Game of the Week. Give Richie and his crew a call tonight and order your favorite pizza. Dine in or carry out. Pizza King at 122 South Main in Tipton. Visit Andy Moore Toyota on US 36 in Avon, minutes from 465. What a dealership. That's where we got our forerunner. Andy Moore Toyota in Avon, Ben Mendoza, and Chris and Stephanie and that great crew. Man, do they have a lot of terrific vehicles. Griffin Craig with a long one, no.
Had 2 chances, Sullivan to miss, and then Craig got a look. Both good looks.
That's Drew Pierce, no. Offensive board, putback by Mylan Swan, no. Another putback, no.
That was Swan on both of those. He was after the offensive rebound, but didn't get the job done completing it off the glass.
Sullivan faked a 3. Good ball movement. Crisp passing by Lapel.
They need to, again, keep the ball going from left to right. They've stayed on the left side of the floor. Need to now bring it over here on the right side, get something going. Defense has to work so much harder if you swing that ball from side to side.
Sullivan back outside to Craig. And no. And the rebound taken down by Nate Powell, who's played a really good game.
Strong move there by Craig, and he felt like he was fouled. It looked like there was a little contact. In the background there, you see the coach at Lapel, Justin Comer. If you remember, nice follow by Powell.
Well, there was some contact on the initial shot. No foul call, though.
I mentioned Justin Comer took over, as you and I remember, in early in December for the veteran Jimmy Howe, who decided to hang it up and retire.
And going to the hoop is Sam Edwards for the basket. 4 quick points by Tipton to cut the lead to 5. He's got an opening, and he lost the ball, and Lapel getting a little sloppy with the basketball, and it's cost him big time. The foul by Powell, no. And A lot of intense ball. Here's a timeout called. We'll take it with him. This second quarter brought to you by Encompass Credit Union. Community-minded just like you. Lapel by 5 on the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. This quarter is brought to you by Encompass Credit Union. Community-minded just like you. Call 317-984-5682. Perky's Heating and Cooling in Cicero for all your heating and cooling needs. Many loyal customers give rave reviews to Perky's Heating and Cooling. Call John or Cindy, 317-984-5682. Perky's prides itself on excellent service. Work it down low to the big fellow, and Ikes. No, and the rebound taken down by Nolan Swan.
Tried to put it over the rim off the backboard.
Mylan Swan hits off the pass from his brother. And that was a long three by Mylan Swan there.
Well, Mylan shoots a lot of threes. He had shot 153 attempts coming in, 37%. He shoots it very well.
And at the other end, Lapel gets it right back. Hayden Ikes scoring.
Ikes is having a nice ball game. That's 7 points for him here in the first half. It's a good matchup with Ikes and Powell. Powell's also playing well. He has 6 points at the other end for Tipton.
Under 4 minutes left in the first half.
They go right back to where they had success, back to Ikes.
Spinning and twisting. And a whistle and a foul underneath.
Nice strong move there to draw the foul. He had 2 hands on the basketball, went up strong.
Drew Pierce, his second.
Encompass Credit Union invests in our community by giving back every way we can. Be community-minded, shop, invest, and volunteer locally. Now serving you at 4020 South Reed Road in Kokomo. Find them online at encompass-c-u.org. When muscle, joint, or back pain is keeping you down, lean on the team at Community Hospital Anderson. Our licensed orthopedic physicians are experts in getting you back on your feet. Learn more at ecommunity.com.
Ikes knocked both free throws down to extend the lead back to 23-17 on the Indiana Members Credit Union scoreboard.
And that's Mylan Swan from downtown. Boy, he hit some long threes, Dave.
He's an excellent three shooter, as I just mentioned. He and his brother both. I bet they spent a lot of time playing horse out in the yard and probably shooting threes a lot. Both of them shoot it very well. Mylan 37, his freshman brother shoots it at 35%. Both of them can knock it down.
And that three, Dave, had a tough angle. Long three, no. And a rebound taken down by Sam Edwards. There's Swan again, not this time.
No hesitation.
Let's see if he gets a little closer than he is right now.
Oh, they'll work the ball.
He's ready to shoot it again.
I mentioned one of the keys for Lapel, they had to guard out on the 3 line. Tipton shoots a lot of threes.
Good effort by Sam Edwards off the offensive board. He snuck in there, grabbed the rebound, wasn't blocked out, and he scored. And then now it's a 1-point game and a steal, and here comes Mylan Swan.
It's going to go.
Nice pull-up jump, and Tipton, which trailed 19-10, now leads by 1, 24-23.
And that's 10 points for Mylan Swan here in the second period. He's really picked up the Tipton Blue Devils, put him on his back, and is carrying them. Nice spin move.
Spin move, and he's got it.
Landon Bear.
But it doesn't count.
They call travel?
I think they did.
I did not see the call.
Cameron Sullivan. For the Blue Devils, number 33, Sam Ridgway.
Sam Ridgway back in for Tipton.
We talked about the lead that Lapel was able to establish early, but Tipton has now erased that. Lapel 23, Tipton 24.
Ooh, here's a long one. No. And we're down to 1:40 left in the half. Pull up, oh, good defensive play there. He blocked it, 3-on-1. Swan lays it in.
Nice recipient of an easy lay-in. And the official gets wiped out right in front of the Lapel bench. He's not going to show that he's hurt, but I guarantee the way he's limping, something's hurting a little bit. Hopefully he's okay.
There he is, and Andy Moore, Avon Nissan on US 36. 5 minutes from Avon High School, close to 465. It's the #1 Nissan dealership year after year in the greater Indianapolis area. That's where we got our Maxima, terrific vehicle. I drove it here tonight. Pat Hurst, Aaron Richardson, Mike and Nick and the great crew. Andy Moore, Avon Nissan, as mentioned earlier. Will Whitley, the fine service director at Andy Moore Avon Nissan, doing a terrific job. Relatively new.
Well, they checked out that official to make sure he's okay, and he says he's good to go.
Ball knocked out of bounds with a score. Tipton ahead by 3. We'll pause for these words. This quarter brought to you by Encompass Credit Union. Community minded, just like you. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40.
Tonight's halftime is brought to you by Urban Air Adventure Park in Noblesville, Indiana. Let the kids fly. Go to urbanairnoblesville.com to reserve your spot today. On the Indiana Members Credit Union scoreboard, the Blue Devils from Tipton have fought back from a 9-point deficit to lead 30-26 for the Bulldogs from Lapel. Let's take a look at some of the highlights in the first half. For Lapel, nice shot outside by Cameron Sullivan. He had 5 points in the first half, hit that deep 3. And the guy that came off the end at number 40, Renahan, nice shot down inside. And there's Renahan again for a deep 3. He had 5 points there in the first half. For the Tipton Blue Devils, down inside coming off the bench tonight because the senior started, Nate Powell had 10 points in that first half. He had the first one. There's a little hook shot inside for his second one. He had 10, as I mentioned. And the guy that had a great first half, Mylan Swan, had 12 points and a lay-in on a recipient of a nice pass from Powell. Tonight's halftime brought to you by Urban Air Adventure Park in Noblesville, Indiana. Let the kids fly. Go to urbanairnoblesville.com to reserve your spot today. And there's your halftime score. Tipton 30, Lapel Bulldogs 26. I think it'll be a tight ball game the rest of the way. We've got some seniors out there on the floor, 8 of them to be exact. 3 from Lapel, 5 from Tipton that are playing their last regular season game, and they're going to play their heart out. Stay with us and let's watch and see what happens.
And tonight's third quarter brought to you by Academy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, a proud sponsor of Tipton Athletics. Dave, what a second quarter for Tipton.
Well, they rolled the dice, which rightfully so. They let all their seniors start. It's not that the kids are bad players that started, but they're not the 5 that's used to playing together. And when they brought Powell off the bench and Nolan Swan, they really stuck off. And Powell really came in ready to go. He had 10 points. And Mylan Swan had a big 12 points in the second period alone. So great comeback by Tipton, and they just scored again.
Nate Powell inside. He's had a great game.
He's ready to go. He's only a junior.
Opening moment, third quarter.
I talked about the emotions, being last game of the regular season and everything like that. So these seniors have been playing basketball many, many years, put in hours and hours, and all of a sudden, in the back of their mind, that kind of affects them a little bit.
Here's Powell.
We talked about the fact we're going to be at Carmel Sectional. It starts Tuesday night with Fishers playing Hamilton Southeastern, Westfield playing Zionsville in the second game. The winner of the Fishers Southeastern will play Carmel on Friday. Winner of the Westfield Zionsville will play Noblesville on Friday. You'll be there for all of them, Howard.
Yes, we look forward to that. We'll be there for all 5 games of the Carmel Sectional. And the following week we'll have regionals, and then the following week semi-state.
Lapel's being patient, working the ball, and they did move it side to side, which is very important in attacking this defense.
Lapel with a 17-7 lead at the quarter. That's a nice move inside in the basket underneath by the big fellow, Caden Ikes, 6'5" senior.
Well, Ikes is having a good battle with Nate Powell down low. They both are very skilled down low block, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Edwards.
There's Powell going to show him I can do it too.
No. And in the right place at the right time, but Pierce missed the layup. And the foul now put in.
That's a great second effort, third effort there by Drew Pierce. He was quicker to the ball. Lapel was standing watching while he was going up and getting it.
Rebound taken down by Sam Edwards. He's not going to stop. Over to Swan. Out of bounds, and we'll tell you, do you work for a company that continues to grow? Is job security important to you? Then Total Seat Production, the place for you. Providing flexibility to find your perfect career. Come grow with us. Learn more at TotalSeatProduction.com/employment.
That last pass was by Nolan Swan, the freshman. He was passing it to his brother, senior brother, Milan. And when the ball went out of bounds, Milan looked at him like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. Brother to brother.
He said, "I was trying to give you a basket, give you a chance to score."
Milan Swan from downtown.
He's having a great game. Last time he was up here, he really played hard against Hamilton Southeastern, but didn't have the greatest nights. He's making up for it tonight. He's outstanding. I know his grandparents are awfully proud of both Milan and Nolan.
Well, Milan scored from the outside. Now Milan Swan scores from the inside.
That's Steve and Carolyn Swan. They're the owners of the floor store.
Timeout is called. This quarter is brought to you by Academy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your local auto dealer for sales and service. And Tipton by 11. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. Back to third quarter action, brought to you by Academy Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Visit us online at academyjeep.com. And thanks to the Tipton Pizza King for feeding our crew tonight and for their support of the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. Give Richie and his crew a call tonight. Order your favorite pizza, dine in or carry out. Pizza King, 122 South Main Street in Tipton. And it's Lapel ball. They work it down low. Nicely done. And the basket by Caden Ikes.
That was a heck of a move by Renahan. He did a little fake and got around his man, drew the defense, help side from Ikes, handed Ikes the free layup. Nice job.
Tipton leading by 9 with the ball. Muscling inside. Oh, great defensive play. The ball knocked out of bounds. Visit Andy Moore Toyota on US 36 in Avon. Minutes from 465. What a selection of vehicles at Andy Moore Toyota. We got a 4Runner there. It's terrific. Ben Mendoza, Chris and Stephanie and the great crew at Andy Moore Toyota in Avon. Inside underneath, Drew Pierce scores.
That was just a heck of an inbounds play. He did a little spin move, ended up inside of his defender. Nice inbounds pass, just a little touch shot in the basket. You're seeing a real battle in the middle position there again. Powell for Tipton and Ikes for Lapel.
That pass is intercepted very nicely by Sam Edwards, and Edwards gets ahead of steam, man. He can get going. Nice running one-hander by Nolan Swan, the 5'10 freshman.
The freshman's got on the scoreboard. Nice move there. That's his first basket here in the ballgame. He's made some good plays.
Under 4 minutes left, third quarter, and Tipton now has the biggest lead of the game, 13 points. Lapel at 1 point led by 10, 17-7 at the quarter. And very nicely done at the other end. And that basket by Landon Bear, the 6-foot junior of Lapel.
Good penetration, backhand little finger roll for Bear. Coach Hawkins said the Tipton Blue Devils have been playing a lot better offensively, and we're seeing that tonight.
And that's Milan Swan. Dave, he can beat you from the inside or the outside. Wait a minute. Did they take that away? Something. Milan looked upset about something. Or technical foul called.
He made a little gesture after he scored, and they probably called taunting. That's not. I hope we've got that on a replay. I didn't think there was any more than just showing a little bit of enthusiasm. But that's what it's for. He gets a technical foul, and he's having a great ball game. Watch this replay and watch after the score is made by There's a nice move by Mylan Swan. He gets it, tough shot. Now watch him. He just kind of put his hand up under his chin. I didn't see any really negative thing to call a foul on.
And he got hit pretty hard when he went up for the shot. No foul was called either.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's words said, but I didn't see enough to call technical. You know, if they called a technical, why didn't Lapel go down and shoot two and take the ball up?
I'm a little
they apparently did not call the technical. They did?
Oh, he was shooting when we had the replay going.
Okay. Okay.
So now it tipped in the head by 13. And the ball is simply lost by Sullivan. And the younger Swan, Nolan Swan, scores.
Swan with the bucket.
Whether it's muscle, joint, or back pain, if it's keeping you down, lean on the team at Community Hospital Anderson. Our licensed orthopedic physicians are experts at getting you back on your feet. Learn more at ecommunity.com. And Compass Credit Union proudly serves Tipton, Clinton, and Howard counties and strives to support the local community by sponsoring sports teams, local organizations, and school events. Check them out at encompassc-u.org. Dave?
Saw a lot of activity while you were doing that read. The referee huddled up the Tipton team, and it centered around Drew Pierce, number 11, but they called them all in, and they must be a little talk going on, and he felt like he needed to nip it in the bud. Then he went over and had a talk with Coach Cliff Hawkins, and from the visually, you could not see anything extreme, but there may be a little bit of jabbering going on down there between the players.
Corbin Renahan with a basket. It counts on a foul. And there he is for the three-point play.
And I noticed that Coach Hawkins subs Pierce out of the ball game. Maybe he just wants to talk to him, said, hey, just play basketball.
Thirty is Tyler Dollar. And the ball knocked out of bounds at Andy Moore Volkswagen. 0% financing for 72 months on most 2021 models. Say hello to new GM Mike Tellison. What a great job, Mike and Tyler and that crew. That's Andy Moore Volkswagen in Avon. Beautiful dealership. The Floor Store in Tipton is the leading flooring store serving Tipton, Howard, and Hamilton counties. Owned and operated by Stephen Carolyn Swan, proud grandparents of Mylan and Nolan Swan, who play for the Blue Devils. If you have flooring needs, the Floor Store in Tipton, 1003 East Jefferson. Work it down low. And the follow no good as well. Sam Ridgway, 6'7" junior in there, number 33.
Yeah, he was doing a nice job of battling, and he got into play at the other end of the court while we were doing that commercial as well. And tried to save it from out of bounds, but it hit the back of the backboard, which means it's Lapel basketball.
13-point lead. Tipton with a great second quarter and a great third quarter, too. And the rebound goes into the hands of Nolan Swan.
Lapel's trying to do a little 1-2-1-1 half-court trap. So far, Tipton has solved it.
It counts in a foul for Nate Powell.
Bucket is good. Fouls on Lapel's number 30.
There's a Powell positioning down low. You see that 1-3-1, that 1-2-1-1 trap. Leaves one man on the baseline. Tipton wisely positioned a man on either block down low. One of them's going to be open. You got one man guarding two down there in that press.
For the three-point play. No. Offensive board, though, by Ridgway at 6'7", the tallest player on either team.
I tell you what, he's done some nice things. He's only been in there a couple of minutes, but he's in the middle of every play. He's wide open under the basket, too.
Oh, he would have done a very nice pass, but the pass, the ball knocked out of bounds. And we'll tell you that Indiana Members Credit Union is a local full-service financial institution and a proud sponsor of WHMB TV 40 Sports. And they are our scoreboard sponsor. Dave?
Sectionals coming up this week for both ball clubs. Lapel will play at Elwood with the winner of the Wapahani-Winchester game, and they play on Wednesday night. And Tipton will play at Blackford. They drew the bye also, and they'll play the winner of the Blackford-Madison Grant game.
Corbin Renahan with a nice move to the hoop.
Lapel's trying to put a little more pressure on the ball, make up some of the deficit here.
And that rebound pulled down by Griffin Craig. Well, Lapel's down by 13. There's a foul underneath in the battle for the rebound.
Fouls on Lapel's number 34. Jake Pasca, his first.
Foul was on Jake Pasta, a new player in the ballgame for Lapel. He's a 6'2 junior wearing number 34. Now you can see Lapel's extending that pressure full court. And there's a lot of contact there. The foul's going to be on Bear, number 20.
Landon Bear, his second.
28 seconds left in the third quarter on the Indiana Members Credit Union scoreboard. Tipton leading by 13. Tipton led by 4 at the half, trailed by 10 at the end of the first quarter.
Lapel switching up their defenses a little bit. That time it was straight man-to-man press.
And that's partially blocked. Renahan comes away with it. That's not the kind of foul you want to commit. It is on Nate Powell, nowhere near the basket, near the midcourt line.
That's his first one, but you're right. No reason to reach back there. You got a nice, comfortable lead at 13. Get back and play the solid half-court defense.
And Lapel going for the last shot of the quarter. 6 seconds. Better get moving. Down to 3 seconds. Off balance one-hander. Not a good shot at all. That's the end of the third quarter. It's been brought to you by Academy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Our service department is open for all your maintenance and repair needs. After 3, Tipton 51, Lapel 38. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. Okay, we begin this fourth quarter. Lapel and Tipton. Dave, your impressions of period 3?
Well, Tipton really had a great third period. They outscored Lapel 21-12 in that quarter.
And the follow put up and in
40, Corbin Renahan with a bucket.
by Corbin Renahan. There's a long one by Mylan Swan.
I would think with the 13-point lead, now 11, that Tipton would move the ball, not stall, keep being aggressive, but get good quality shots.
Renahan back outside. There's a long 3 that rims the basket. And the rebound into the hands of Drew Pierce.
Drew Pierce come alive here in the second half. He scored 6 points there in the third period, and he's gotten a couple of rebounds to go with it.
Visit Andy Moore Toyota on US 36 in Avon, minutes from 465. What a selection of vehicles Andy Moore Toyota has at great prices. That's where we bought our 4Runner. Ben Mendoza, Chris, and Stephanie, and the great crew at Andy Moore Toyota in Avon. Follow, and he's got it, and he's fouled. It counts in a foul for Nate Powell.
That was a tough man-type shot there. He went up in contact, stayed with it, put it up off the glass. Strong man game. Missed that one, but watch him go after it with 2 hands. It takes a pretty good lick on the back and puts it off the glass. Nice shot, nice effort by Nate Powell.
A couple of guys hit the deck on the rebound.
I think that's going to be on Lapel, crashing over the top.
Thanks to the Tipton Pizza King for feeding our crew tonight for their support of high school basketball on WHMB. Give Richie and his crew a call tonight. Order your favorite pizza, dine in or carry out. The Pizza King, 122 South Main Street in Tipton.
That foul was on Jake Pasca, his second. He went over the top. He was checked out pretty well. Tried to crash and get the rebound. Little out of bounds play for Mylan Swan. Nice defensive recovery by Lapel.
Back out to Nate Powell. Inside to Powell, it didn't go. He's had a great game, missed that shot. Griffin Craig got the rebound.
He knows how to position down low and seal his man off. And that time it just rolled off the rim. But he and Ikes both know how to play the post offensively pretty well.
All the way to the hoop, and it counts on a foul for Griffin Craig. Great move.
Bucket is good. Fouls on number 20.
Craig averages 9 points a game. That was his 6th one. You're going to see a good take here by Griffin Craig. Right-handed dribble, splits the defense. Took a pretty good hit there, but had the balance and the wherewithal to finish it off. Nice power play.
Aiden Toll committed the foul.
He's a 69% free throw shooter. The team, Lapel, is 62%. And that's one of the little weaknesses of Tipton. They're only 59% as a team from the free throw line. Probably need to shore that up a little bit before the sectional next week.
Here's Sam Edwards all the way, and a blocking foul.
Hard take there by Edwards, and tried to establish position, but you'll see the defender not quite get set. He's sliding over. Easy to pick that one up. Renahan slid over, thought he might get over there and get the call, but correct call by the official.
Check out Andy Moore, Avon Nissan on US 36. Month after month, year after year, the #1 Nissan dealership in the greater Indianapolis area. That's where we got our Maxima. Drove it here tonight. A great vehicle. What a selection. Andy Moore, Avon Nissan. Pat Hurst, Aaron Richardson, Mike and Nick. New service director Will Whitley. The great crew. Andy Moore, Avon Nissan.
And Sam Edwards made one and missed one on the free throws. Brought the score up. Tipton 54, Lapel 43.
Landon Bear back outside to Ikes, and the big fellow hits from the outside. He's had a good game, Dave.
That's something you wouldn't think that he might be able to do, but he looked very comfortable in taking that 17-foot shot. He has had a good ball game.
Dish off inside, and Nate Powell's got it, and he's fouled.
Seems like there's kind of a personal match there. I keep bringing it up, but every time Ikes does something, Powell comes back. There's a nice drop pass down to, and notice how he faces his shoulders facing the backboard. That's what he should do when you're shooting a layup. Your shoulders should be facing the backboard. That seals off the defense.
Powell for the three-point play. Swish.
I've got him for 19 points in the ball game, Powell.
Terrific game. And it's a 12-point lead. It was a 13-point lead for Tipton after 3 quarters. We've played 2.5 minutes of the 4th quarter. And Renahan's shot is blocked.
Talk about the personal matchup there with Ikes. We said that Powell had 19. I've got Ikes for 15 points for Lapel.
Muscling and spinning.
Get out of the
They've
lane.
both been in that lane a while. There's a long 3, and he's got it. Only one man. Mylan Swan's going to hit that one.
And you know who passed to him? Little brother, Nolan Swan.
Off balance shot didn't go.
Swan's a nice player. He's a 6'1" senior guard. I don't know what his future plans are. He might play at someplace beyond high school.
Watch this. 3, swish. And he can shoot from the outside. He can score from the inside as well. Timeout. We'll pause for these words. Tipton ahead by 18 now on the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. It's an 18-point lead for Tipton. Call 317-984-5682. Perky's Heating and Cooling in Cicero for all your heating and cooling needs. Many loyal customers give rave reviews by Perky's Heating and Cooling. Call John or Cindy, 317-984-5682. Perky's prides itself on excellent service. They're good friends of yours.
Outstanding people and been a great supporter of high school sports for many years. John takes care of our heating and cooling, and he does a super job taking care of it.
There's a whistle and a foul underneath. We'll tell you at Andy Moore Kia, there's a fresh lineup. The Telluride, the K5 has replaced the Optima, and now the redesigned Sorrento. Andy Moore Kia in Avon, Joe Capitan and Jesse and Lorraine and that great crew. And Joe's sons, Bryce and Blake, are football players, ages 11 and 9.
Nate Powell goes to the line. He's had a subpar season from the line. He knocks that one down. We talked about the fact that the Coach Coomer from Lapel had to step in the middle of the year, right? Not quite the middle, early in the season, to take over for retired coach Jimmy Howe. That's a tough spot to step into, you know, being the assistant. But he's done a good job. I'll say this: his kids are still playing extremely hard, and they've got a good approach to the game. So give him a lot of credit. Difference between being an assistant coach and a head coach? Assistant coaches make suggestions. Head coaches make decisions. Well, one person asked me about that once, and I was sitting on the bench, and I said, it makes a heck of a difference to set 12 inches over.
That's well said, Dave. And a foul as Sam Edwards goes to the hoop. Well, once Sam Edwards gets his hands on the ball, he goes full steam ahead. He got a bit shaken up there. Hit hard.
This is a good warm-up for Coach Cliff Hawkins. Go to see a replay here. Watch this hard take. Nice step-in steal. Edwards to the basket, and he got hit by Craig pretty good. As you said, Edwards is a 58% free throw shooter.
He got hit in the face. When muscle joint or back pain is keeping you down, lean on the team at Community Hospital Anderson. Our licensed orthopedic physicians are experts in getting you back on your feet. Learn more at ecommunity.com.
This is a good warm-up game for Tipton and Coach Cliff Hawkins. I mentioned this is Cliff's 40th year in coaching. He's won 524 games, and he's pretty close to winning 525 here tonight. Lost only 377. He's coached at 8 different high schools. Sam Edwards. How about Basil Malby? How many years has he been in coaching? About 111. I don't know. Basil's, he just loves the game, and he keeps showing up on different. He's coached at many different schools. Right. He walked in Anderson the other night, and he's on the Anderson bench. Donnie Boulding, the coach there, has played for him, and so Basil's coaching with him now.
Nice move by Drew Pierce.
Kind of a little step back, lean back shot by Pierce.
Dave, let's break this down for a moment. In that Lapel was ahead 17-7 at the quarter. Now Tipton's ahead by 24 points late in the game. What happened?
Well, one thing, when Lapel got their starting unit together, they started playing really, really well at both ends of the court, and they just overpowered Lapel. Lapel hasn't been able to generate as much offense, and the other thing, if you look at the shooting, particularly of Mylan Swan, and you look at Powell inside, Tipton has a great inside-outside attack. Powell on the inside and Mylan Swan outside.
And Compass Credit Union invests in our community by giving back everywhere we can. Be community-minded, shop, invest, and volunteer locally. Now serving you at 4020 South Reed Street in Kokomo. Find them online at compass-c-u.org. So, a little over 2 minutes to go. It's a 22-point lead by Tipton. Not often that a team will trail by 10 points at the end of the first quarter and then be ahead by 22 points late in the game. So a 32-point swing there.
And Coach Hawkins has put Quentin Sloan back into the ball game. Remember, he's one of the seniors that got to start the night. Good for him. He gets to play in the game.
Cross-court pass. And that ball is saved.
Got a man out front.
There he is, Drew Pierce with authority.
Degree of difficulty on that dunk, what? About a 6, 7, 6 maybe?
44 is Nathan Miles. I don't want it. That's a shot that didn't go.
One thing, Howard, in the last game of the year, neither coach is going to spend a lot of time looking at this game on tape or video, or they're not going to be talking too much about it because they're focused on the sectional tournament. So their total focus is going to be, here's who we play, here's how we're going to get ready to do it.
Let's pause for these words. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. And we have 1 minute to go in this one. We'll tell you that Academy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a proud sponsor of Tipton Athletics. Academy is your local auto dealer for sales and service and has more than 700 new and pre-owned vehicles. Our service department is open for all your maintenance and repair needs. Stop in today or visit online at academyjeep.com.
You see a very happy Tipton bench there. Cliff Hawkins has emptied the bench.
And again, we've mentioned it a few times, we will be at the Carmel Sectional Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday next week, all 5 games right here on WHMB TV 40. Thanks to Jeff Elliott, our production manager, executive producer, Dave West, our director. The entire TV 40 crew will be at Carmel next week.
Got Eli Carter there with the ball, got Jackson Money in the game. Trying to get everybody's name we can. Conaway, number 12's out there for Tipton. A lot of these guys played on the JV tonight. Some of them we don't even have on our roster because they haven't played that much. But it's good that they get in. And I'll tell you what it does. It gives them just a little bit of taste of the future. Like Money is a freshman, number 22. He played very well in the JV game tonight. Some of those guys are going to have to step up and fill some holes next year. This will encourage them to work hard in the offseason.
10 seconds. And this is going to do it. A great win for the Blue Devils to cap off the regular season, trailing by 10 at the quarter. The final score is Tipton 71, Lapel 47 on the Indiana Members Credit Union scoreboard. This is the high school basketball game of the week on TV 40. Once again, that final score tonight in the regular season finale. Tipton 71, Lapel 47. Next week, next Tuesday, 8 o'clock, game 1 of the Carmel Sectional, Fishers versus Hamilton Southeastern. For Jeff Elliott, Dave West, Dave Nicholson, the entire TV 40 crew, I'm Howard Kellman. Good night, everybody.